you tired of paying too much for tires and auto repair?
Come to my family at Dr. Tire.
We carry nearly all brands of tires,
including Michelin, Continental, Bridgestone, and Mastercraft.
And we have one of the largest inventories in Genesee County.
Basic quote, we will beat it.
We offer many services including lifts, wheels, engines, brakes, and more.
Plus, on most of our jobs, we offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty.
Come see our family at Delta Tire,
where we'll save you money.
Barbecue Beast sauces are made from scratch using quality ingredients to create a truly delicious barbecue taste. Try our original Beast sauce, sweet with a kick. Turn up the heat with Spicy Beast, Hot Beast, and Carolina Beast. Or experience the award-winning taste of our Curry Beast and On the Bay Beast sauces. Owned and operated locally by the power of women veterans, these quality sauces are versatile and made for everyone. Great for grilling and the perfect way to complement your favorite foods. Barbecue Beast, the exceptional barbecue sauce.
Alrighty, good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing here tonight? It is Thursday. It's myself, Brandon Crossan, in the booth tonight. We're here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I hope everybody's ready to get excited to see some 87 Cup cars take on this crazy of a track. We have about 10 drivers so far here tonight. We got 3 minutes and 57 seconds left of practice. Then we go into qualifying, and then we go into our race. So I hope everybody's ready for that. I hope everybody's having a great time out there. Had a great week. At least tomorrow is Friday. So thank goodness for that. But a little bit about about tonight's race, with being in Indianapolis and how everything goes, this track, you could see how big this track is. It's one of those, you have little straightaways out of these corners. So it's going to be a little challenging for these drivers. How are they going to handle and what's going to happen out there on the track? So that's what we would love to see. Looks like I'm having a little bit of a problem with our scoreboard here. We're going to get that situated, but we're going to pull up some drivers and see how it's going with them. I'm just going to be right back after this commercial break while I get this fixed, and then we'll get some interviews in. I apologize for that.
Barbecue Beast sauces are made from scratch using quality ingredients to create a truly delicious barbecue taste. Try our original Beast sauce, sweet with a kick. Turn up the heat with Spicy Beast, Hot Beast, and Carolina Beast. Or experience the award-winning taste of our Curry Beast and On the Bay Beast sauces. Owned and operated locally by the power of women veterans, these quality sauces are versatile and made for everyone. Great for grilling and the perfect way to complement your favorite foods. Barbecue Beast, the exceptional barbecue sauce.
All right, we're getting it all loaded back up here, but we're going to get some interviews in while my system loads up. We do apologize. Gotta love technology once in a while. Everything was working, and then it decides to freeze on you. So we'll get some interviews in, see how everybody's doing out here, and what it takes to be able to take home a win here tonight. Hey, Cal, is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy? Hey,
I got you here. I just getting conflict of voices here. We got a driver's meeting holding on.
Oh, I apologize. I'll throw you back up there. I'll let you do that, and I'll pull you back down afterwards. All right, while they're doing their driver's meeting real quick, while we got a minute 35 seconds left, I apologize for that. Let's talk about this track real quick here at Indianapolis. It's 2.51 miles long here with those 4 turns. Right now, track temperature 114 degrees, about 2 mile per hour north wind. So not too bad. A little bit of it's a little warm on the track. But you know what we're looking at outside is only 78 degrees. So the track's definitely a lot warmer at this moment of time. So we'll see how that's going to play in effect. Once these drivers get done with their drivers meeting, they have one every single race just to tell them, hey, behave, let's have some fun, and a little bit about the rules. Once they're done with that, we'll pull some drivers in. I was working on trying to get some schemes. I know last week we were having some issues with some of the cars showing just pure black. It looks like this time we're still having that little issue. I'm not sure if it is iRacing or if just some of the drivers cars are just not wanting to load up, but we'll keep an eye on that with 35 seconds left. I see Chris out there. Good to see you. Good evening, race fans. Hope everyone is having a great week so far. Good luck, number 8, Interstate Forward Thunderbird, Braxton. So I know, Chris, I was just saying is I just talked to Braxton too, and I was telling him about the cars and everything. Hopefully we can get her situated. I'm not sure if it's a technical difficulty, but for some reason earlier I was not able to see his car, his scheme on his car. So hopefully we can get that fixed. But with that being said, right now let's go on to the track and see some of these drivers. I know quite a few of them put some heck of time lapse down. We can see right now Cal is your fastest out there, 56.449 at this moment of time. So looks like we're getting ready to go into qualifying. We'll put some qualifying times down. We'll do some interviews, and then it's time to go green flag racing here. So let's see who's going to be the first one off of pit road. Looks like right now Cal and Greg are just leaving pit road. So don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, give us a like and a follow here on our YouTube. We definitely would appreciate it. Also share it. Help us get it out there to multiple people out there that can watch. Have some fun while we do it. We definitely would appreciate it. Also give some shout outs here tonight to some of our sponsors. Barbecue Beef Sauce. Head on over to their Facebook or website and get you some. Definitely you will not you will not regret it. Definitely have different multiple flavors. My opinion, better than Sweet Baby Ray's, but that's just my opinion. Alrighty, let's see. We probably can actually pull the drivers up here now. Let's see if we can talk to somebody once they get situated. I don't want to pull them up while they're during their qualifying, but afterwards we definitely can. I'll pull up our driver scoreboard here. Shows you what it looks like as some of these drivers are putting some times in. You can see Greg and Cal right now out there, the only ones that are putting some times down. Looks like Devin McDonald also being another driver in that 18 machine. Let's see, we can see Braxton out there on the track right now. I wish we had these schemes fixed. I'm not sure why it's not working for us. So right now, Greg's projected time of 55.6 is what he's looking like right now at this moment in time. Can he be able to put some times down and get himself on the pole? We've seen Cal quite a few times on the pole the past couple of races. Can he do it again tonight? Also, Brett, our last year's champion, trying to defend his championship here. Can he do it again this year and to go back-to-back for championships? Right now, Greg's last lap of 56.638 as his fastest time out there right now. Looks like Cal beats that time of 56.517 that Cal just put down. Looks like Devin McDonald putting himself in third of 56.978. Wesley Pistol right now at 57.060. So right now, Cal, as your fastest out there right now, we'll pull him down here and see how it's going. Hey, Cal, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Loud and clear.
All right, sorry about that. I didn't mean to pull you while you're doing the driver's meeting there. But, bud, right now, heck of a time you're able to put down to 56.517. How's this car feeling out here tonight here in Indianapolis?
A real tight race car. Car just wants to drive on up to the wall, so you have to be real careful with it.
Well, what do you think, bud? Is it going to be if you're dealing with a tight car, how hard is it going to be to try to get around some of these drivers and make some passes?
Real tough. I think the real fight's going to be the fuel mileage window and getting in and out of the pit road. That's where all the positions are going to come from.
All right, well, I wish you luck here tonight, bud. Who do you want to give a shout out before we go green flag racing?
We'll shout out the dog and the cat. They don't get too much love on the broadcast.
Alrighty, bud. Well, good luck tonight. Hopefully, we can talk to you at the end of this, and let's see if you can get yourself in victory lane.
10-4. Have a good one.
Thank you. All right, that was Cal. Now, we'll see if we can talk to a couple other drivers. Right now, we can see Brett in the 71 getting ready to leave pit road, get back on the track out there. Cal still holding on to your pole. Greg in second. Braxton up to third. We'll see if we can pull with 44 seconds left. If we could pull down Greg, see how Greg's doing. Hey, Greg, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Believe I do. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Look at you holding on to second place out here tonight. How's it going, and how's the car feeling?
Oof, the car is tight, and I turned that slow lap because I tried to take it too easy to make sure I carried enough speed through the center. But I just took it too easy, so Kale won the pole again.
He definitely was very good at getting that pole. But, Bud, with how this track is and how tricky it is, and I know Cal was mentioning he is pretty tight. What's the challenge for you tonight to know that what we're going into?
This is going to be a big brain race. You're going to want to be smart with your fuel and tires. So it looks like we're going to have to do 2 pit stops where we don't take tires. So it's organizing that and then making sure you don't use your stuff up. Like there's a bunch to it tonight. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Heck
You like strategy? It's a good one.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. Well, Greg, good luck tonight, bud. Let's see if we can talk to you at the end of this, and let's see how it goes, and let's see if we can get around your teammate there, Cal, and try to lead some of these laps.
I'll get a couple, but yeah, thank you, Brandon.
Most definitely. Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
All right, that is Greg there. We're getting ready to start those engines now. See these drivers get situated. Let's see what's going to happen here tonight. I see Doug out there tonight. Good to see you, Doug. Let's see if we can actually pull down. We haven't talked to our last year's contender for our championship. Let's see how he's doing tonight. Hey, Brett, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I do.
All right, bud. Well, I know a little bit. We haven't pulled you up here, so I figured why not, talk to the last year's champion. We're going into Indianapolis, bud. What does it take, and how, what does it do for you as a driver, knowing how tricky this track can be?
Yeah, it's going to be all about patience here tonight. Really taking care of these tires because with the limited amount of sets, we will see probably at least one stop without any tires being used. So, yeah, it's going to be all about patience, keeping your car underneath you and being there at the end of the 70 laps. We'll fly by in the driver's seat, but we'll take a minute to get all wrapped up, let's say.
Most definitely. Well, bud, with you winning last year, what does it take to win this year? Do you think you can do back-to-back?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. We brought in some really competitive people in the offseason with Kale and now Greg running for the championship this season. Tanner Tallarico gave me a great run last season. So it's just going to have to be consistency. I always like to say, Brandon, that consistency is key when I'm talking to the broadcaster at the end of every race. It really makes for a good season and usually a championship run. So we haven't been having those runs the last couple weeks. And, yeah, it's been a little bit tough. So we're hoping to turn that around here tonight at Indy.
Most definitely. Well, bud, I wish you luck tonight. Anybody want to give a shout out before we go green flag racing?
Yeah, for sure. All the fans watching out here. Appreciate everyone tuning on in. You, Brandon, for putting on a great show. Can't wait to see how this thing plays on out. And, of course, the girlfriend, grandma, and then all the other Brett the Jet fans out here cheering on 71.
All right, bud. Well, good luck tonight, and we'll see if we can talk to you at the end of this thing.
That'll be the goal.
All righty. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Brett there. We are getting ready to go back, or actually go green flag racing here the first time tonight. Let's see what is going to happen. We got right now Cal, Greg, and Braxton 1, 2, and 3. We got James, Sam, and Devin 4, 5, and 6. Wesley, John, and Justin for 7th, 8th, and 9th. And Tanner and Brett for 10th and 11th. So we got 11 drivers here tonight. So let's see what's going to happen. What are these drivers going to do on this restart, or on this start, I should say. 114 degrees on the track and 78 degrees in the air. Right now, 176 miles will be going here tonight with 70 laps. All right, let's buckle those seatbelts one more time. Let's have some fun. Let's see what's going to happen. Pace car is going to take that hard left down pit road. Let's see who is going to be eating that bologna sandwich here on the start tonight. 66 and a 95 is going to be leading everybody to that flag man that's going to start dancing up in his box. Here we go. Green flag is out for the first time here tonight here at Indianapolis. Cal jumps right up high in front of Greg. Now he's going to drop down low. Side-by-side action going on for second and third. Looks like the 95 is going to get the 8 cleared. They are single file 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way back through the field. Here we are coming out of the corner here. Who's going to be able to make the moves early in the run? Cal did a great job on that start, and it was able to pull away at 0.2 seconds from Greg. Braxton right now is only a half a second away from Cal as your leader here. Devin McDonald in 4th place, having a great run there. He's only 0.8. Here we come out of the corner, here out of turn number 4. Let's see what's going to happen. As these lap times come in, who's got the fastest lap time this time by? Here we go. Don't forget to give us a like and a follow. We definitely would appreciate it, especially these long straightaways. I wonder if the draft is going to be a factor for some of these drivers. Cal has pulled away now to a 0.6 seconds away from Greg. A little bit of side-by-side action going on. A little bit farther back right now, you can see the 98 of Justin Thompson. He was almost side-by-side there with Wesley Pistol in that number 7. Now Wesley is battling side-by-side here. Let's see who's going to have the advantage going into the corner. Now the 14 of Sam Oliver making a move on the inside. Now double file. The 8's going to take the high line, holding on to it. 14's almost got him clear going into, I believe, turn number 3. Right now, the leader has pulled away from Greg, 0.9, now a second. Sam Oliver's 1.8 seconds away from your leader, Braxton, 2.1. Right now, with the leaders kind of pulling away, the action going on is a little bit farther back for 7th and 8th. Right now, you can see the 18 of Devin. I was watching. He was battling there with the 7 for a quick moment. Looking at these lap times at this moment of time, Wesley's the fastest on the track at that last lap. Tanner in the number 1 right now, holding on to 8th place. He's going to look. Let's go onto our roof cam. You can see right now, this is what it looks like on the number 1. Watching right behind him, that's going to be Brett in that 71 machine. The different lines a couple of these drivers are taking. Here's on your roof cam, your inside cam right now. The 7 side by side right now with the number 1. You can listen to the wheels squeak there for a moment. A little bit loose. He was able to do. That was definitely a ride. You can see he's kind of fighting the wheel a little bit into the corner here. He gets past the number 7, gets him clear. Now his eyes are focused on that 18 in front of him. All right, here we go back into the corner now, side by side, the 1 and the 18 there. Let's see who's going to have the advantage coming out of the corner. Still side by side. The driver that's got a perfect view for that is going to be the number 7 of Wesley, just watching this happen right in front of him. The leader has pulled away from Greg, 1.6 seconds. Right now, Justin Thompson up to 3rd place. He is currently 2.1 seconds away from your lead. Keep an eye on our battle right here, farther back, about 6th and 7th and 8th place. With everybody kind of getting a little bit of a distance between each other up front. Still amazing battle going on back here. Lap 5 out of 70 has been completed. 66 laps to go here tonight. Still, I can't believe they're still battling side by side here, especially around this track, how tricky it can be, and they're doing a great job with it. But while they're battling side by side, it allowed quite a few drivers behind to catch up. You see right now Brett and that number 2 of John have caught up to that pack now. Go a little bit farther up, Sam Oliver in the 14. He's got the 98 of Justin Thompson in front of him. They're kind of closing it in on Greg. Looking at these lap times, Justin a 57.7, where Greg's a 57.9, a 0.2 difference from the second and third place. They're only, I'd say Justin's only a 0.4 seconds away from Greg. Cal, he's doing what he's got to do. He is basically just staying focused, hitting his marks, and looking at the lap times, he's still putting down a 57.9 around here. Sam Oliver, let's go back on board with him right now while we're watching. So far, with everybody staying out, like we heard Greg say, pit stops are going to be a challenge for some of these drivers. You know, they're going to have to come in twice, and with tires, how are you going to do it? So don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, after here at Indianapolis, next week on the 7th, we're going to go to North Wilkes-Barre for 100 laps. So that's going to be fun to see how a little bit of a shorter track is going to be implemented and how these drivers are going to be able to handle it. It's getting a little bit more cloudy on the track right now. Back up front, though, you can see Cal very far left of your screen. Now we have Greg holding on to second. He has closed it in down to a 1.2 second gap now. Justin still staying about a 0.4 second gap from second to third. All right, a little bit farther back. I was kind of looking back at this battle, trying to get some information on how they're running. And when they're still side by side, it looks like a little bit of help now. Looks like I want to say that one was almost on that back bumper or was actually giving a push to that number 7 machine. I'm looking at their lap times. Right now, Wesley just ran a 58.4, where your leaders are about a 58.3. So with them racing side by side, it wasn't really affecting them too bad, just about a 0.1, close to a 0.2 second difference, but it's still not too shabby. So when will these drivers have to come down pit road? That is the ultimate question here tonight. Especially how strategies are going to play. That's what Greg said. It's going to be a strategy game tonight. Who's going to make the right strategy? Because I tell you what, that's why I'm up here in the booth. I would not make the right call. I would probably mess it up some way and somehow. And you can see the one just right close to that back bumper of that number 8 machine. Here comes some moves. You can see it now, the 71 going on the inside of that number 8. Number 1 still looks like the 8's right at that corner panel of the number 1, but the 71 is also trying to push, use that draft to get around. 71 now trying to look on the inside of the number 1 here. Little bit of fun. Here's our fan cam of the night. Basically, as if you were a fan sitting in the grandstands, this is what it looks like trying to see over those trees on the other side of the track. Definitely be a little bit challenging. But here we are back up front right now. Cal still holding on to your lead, 1.4 seconds. Greg, he's right now, I'm looking at the difference, about 0.8 seconds now away from Sam Oliver. Sam Oliver and Justin did make a flip-flop here. You see the battle going on for 3rd and 4th place. This is definitely a good battle. Let's see if Justin will be able to make that pass and get around Sam Oliver here once again. Devin McDonald right now in the 18, holding on to 5th place. Wesley Pistol holding on to 6th. Tanner holding on to 7th. So these gaps are closing in just a little bit. 10 laps out of 70 been completed. We just have 61 laps to go here tonight. So let's go to our driver in race bar here tonight. So this what shows you the lowest position this number 18 has been in is 6th place. He started in 6th and currently in 6th. So it's a little bit of a cool little information we have here. You can see Wesley the lowest he's been into is 8th, started in 7th, currently in 5th. He's definitely moved quite a few positions. Right now, our biggest mover of the night so far is going to be Justin. He started in 9th, lowest was 9th, and he's currently in 4th place right now. As your leader has not moved. He has stayed there every single lap here tonight. He has led over 10 of them. Is anybody going to be able to get around him and lead some of these laps? Bonus points definitely help as much as you can do. That 95 now of Greg Wellen, the lowest he's been into is 2nd place. Another big mover here. Lowest is 5th, currently in 3rd. Sam Oliver doing a great job up in 3rd place. Looks like between Sam and Oliver now has become a half a second gap. Looks like Sam has definitely has used a little bit less tires than Justin. Or is Justin just saving? Wesley right now holding on to 5th place. Watching his lap times right now, it's a 58.8 compared to a 58.5 as your leader. Tanner right now in that number 1 holding on to 6th. I'm watching this battle between the 18, the 8, the 71, and the 1. They're doing a great job around here, holding on to it and just keeping their lines and trying to work their way to the front. My curiosity is with the drafts. Is that going to actually be able to help them work together up front? But I wish our system definitely showed not having black cars out here tonight. But between the race with the black cars, this is a great battle. So we'll definitely, after the race, I'll try to sit down with these drivers, see if we can get it situated of why iRacing is not wanting to cooperate with us, of why these schemes are not showing up on our broadcast. Well, watching the 71, though, he's getting very close to that back bumper of the 18 here. The different lines a couple of these drivers are taking, how they enter into the corners here. On the roof here right now, let's pull down our mini driver bar here on board with Brett. You can see a little bit of different. He's out of the draft here, but look at the momentum he gets. He lets off the gas pedal now and gets back onto it and gets back in line. He's kind of playing it safe, just waiting for things to happen. Knowing how these drivers are racing right here, side by side, most of the laps, he's definitely playing it safe right now. Number 2 of John having a great run here tonight, just riding it out. I want to say one driver that has came down pit road was James the Carman. He came down pit road, I believe. Actually, I believe he started in pit road, if I'm not mistaken. It was 13 laps ago where everybody else is 14. Here's your leader right now, Cal, doing a great job. Let's go. Actually, I want to go on board with him. Shows you what it looks like while he's coming down pit road. Beautiful timing. Here comes a couple other drivers. Here comes Greg. Oh, and I believe that's Sam Oliver. I believe he just went around and got into the wall there. That definitely, or was that John? No, that was not John. That was not, no, that was not Sam Oliver. I do apologize. That was actually my mistake. Justin Thompson that we saw getting a sideways. So that definitely, hopefully that didn't hurt his damage too bad. But, ooh. So right now, Sam Oliver is your leader. That's why I had Sam on my mind there. Wesley in 2nd. Braxton in 3rd. So, with that being said, these drivers have been out there for roughly about 14 laps to 15 laps. couple drivers come down on lap 14. And here comes a couple more takers. This would be a drag strip going. Oh my, the one almost did what Justin did. That could have not been good. Getting onto those brakes can definitely, it looks like, kick you sideways. So you don't want to make a speeding penalty going down, and you do not want to miss your box. That definitely can cost you here. So hopefully you can hit it just right. Here's Braxton still back on the track right now as your leader at this moment of time. He has been out there for 16 laps. Let's see how long will he stay out, and when will he come in to get some fresh ones. Looking at the times these drivers come in right now, James the Carman looks like, oh, I apologize. Nope, the third place, Cal Spicer, looks like he was in his pit box for 10.9 seconds, a 42.9 second all the way down pit road. And now Braxton coming down pit road for his, probably just getting some fuel here tonight. John right now, he is still sitting on pit road, 29-second pit stop so far. He may have gotten some damage, but with Braxton going in, James the Carman is going to stay out and take over the lead. So we've been almost 17 laps completed here. We have right now 54 laps to go. So with that being said, we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Auto repair.
Come to my family at Dr. Tire.
We carry nearly all brands of tires.
Including Michelin, Continental, Bridgestone, and Mastercraft.
And we have one of the largest inventories in Genesee County.
Basic quote, we will beat it.
We offer many services including lifts, wheels, engines, brakes, and more.
Plus, on most of our jobs, we offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty.
Come see our family at Delta Tire.
Where we'll save you money.
Alrighty, watching right now, James has still stayed out at this moment of time. Right now, we actually have all the drivers on the lead lap right now. But what I'm curious on, Cal he's about 14.8 seconds back right now, and I'm watching the times. He's kind of closing in now, 14.6, and still closing. So right now, looking at the lap, or the times, Cal is going about 180 miles an hour down the stretch, about 140 in the corners. James is getting down to about 120 into the corners. So these older tires are definitely making a difference from first to second place. Now, the curiosity part is, how much is this going to hurt James staying out? Should he come in and try to get something? You can hear him. Let's go on board. You can listen in of him just coasting around while we're actually watching him get down into the pits. Smoothly gets in there and does not lock up the brakes. He definitely was I feel like coasting into the corners to save some of that fuel. Here's Cal on board with him. He's just now getting around James the Carman, and Cal's now going to take back the lead here. So now that we're going to back as your leader of Cal, going to see how long he can stay up front. But Greg right behind him now is only a second away. We seen him almost 2 seconds earlier, and now he's just below a second. Can he close it in and get around his teammate there? Sam Oliver holding on to third, 5.2 seconds back. Tanner, he's right now holding on to fourth with a 6.9 second back. Alrighty. See out in the chat. Hope everybody's doing good out there. Let me know how you're doing out there tonight. I would love to hear from you. I'm not sure. I want to say somebody was out there. We were talking last week about the cell phone service interruption. Somebody was late for work. I'm not sure if you saw that they're actually giving a $5 credit to the account for that loss of connection. Cal right now, he's got some company closing it in. Greg's now down to a 0.92, now down to a 0.7, and closing it in. the difference between Cal and Greg's pit stop. Right now, Cal has been in there for a 10.9, and Greg was in his pit stop with 11.1 seconds. So that's the difference between Cal and Greg's looking at his lap time of 59.0 compared to Cal's 59.1. So a 0.1 second difference between our leader and second place. Still down to a 0.78. Looks like Cal gets that run out of turn 4 pretty good. He kind of loses or actually pulls away from Greg. Now Greg's about a 0.8 second. I want to say Cal's definitely got turn 4 figured out, how he can get out of the corner perfectly. I see 15 of you out there watching. Definitely appreciate you tuning in here. Right now, Braxton holding on to 8th when we saw him leading quite a few laps. We have one driver 1 lap down right now. That's going to be John. I believe John was down pit road 2 laps ago. I think he was in there a little bit longer. Doug, no problem. Yeah, I saw it on the news. They were talking about a $5 credit, so hopefully you get it. I'm not sure if it's per line or just per account, but at least they've got or something figured out. So 21 laps out of 70 here completed so far. We have had no cautions. Let's see how this is going to play in. When will these drivers come back down pit road? We've seen them come down pit road on lap 14, so about 14-ish laps they could go. When will they come back down? Are they going to try to make it a little bit longer, knowing that we still have 49 laps? Let's find out. So definitely hope everybody's enjoying here at ASRC Living Legends Cup Series. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, on Sundays at 8:25 we go live back and watch some old street stock cars. If you want to see some of that, stay tuned for that. We'll be making our post here pretty soon. I've been a little bit delayed on our information. It's been a kind of a hectic time at my work. We just had diesel from a gas station get into a river, so unfortunately I did not just was not able to get anything done today like I usually do, so I do apologize for that. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen, watching right now back up front. Cal, he's pulled away down to a 0.6 from Greg. Greg is closing it in. Looking from second to third, from Greg to Sam, is about a 4.7 second gap. From Sam to Brett is about a 1.4 second gap. Let's go back here. I see a little bit of close action going on. Tanner and Wesley having a great battle going on right now, right behind Brett. Brett's just watching all that happen right in his rear view mirror. Let's see what's going to happen with this beautiful battle. I know these 87 Cup cars, they definitely can hold their lines pretty well here side by side. Oh, little loosey-goosey coming out of the turn number 4. That was definitely a great save that he was able to do there. But the one is going to now take that position away. That's for 5th and 6th place. Back here you can see Justin in that 98 machine. Oh, a little bit maybe of contact between Wesley and the number 1. With 24 laps out of 70 completed here, 47 laps to go. A little bit of space going on in between each of those drivers. Back up front, though, Greg has closed it in now to a 0.545. The lap times are a 59.1 to a 59.0. Last lap, this time by while they're getting ready to cross the line. Cal just ran a 59.2, where Greg was a 59.1. So that's the comparison now down to a still actually a 0.5 second. Let's go on the roof cam here on board with Greg. Looking at the different lines these drivers take. Greg trying to get into that draft as much as possible. Let's find out if that draft's going to be able to help him. He's getting into where it's getting close to that draft and can help him out a little bit here. One thing about this track, though, that drivers I've heard complain before is how these corners are. You know, you would think, you know, it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 type of deal, but there's only 4 corners here, and you got that little straightaway in between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It can get these drivers a little bit confused on where they're at. I've heard a couple drivers complain about that before. So, while Greg scrapes the wall, just grinding a little bit, he's closed it in now to a 0.4 second. This is what it looks like as the banking here at Indianapolis. You can see the fan just blowing on that driver's feet. Not much of a banking here at all, but there's just a tad a little bit. It's not like we're at Daytona or Talladega. Even Michigan, actually, I've been on the track at Michigan, even the front stretch, how much there is of a banking, some people don't realize. So this is a cool little feature that iRacing has, even NASCAR has, that just shows you the comparisons of what it looks like as a driver seeing and what the track feels like. A little bit farther back, let's see what's going on back here in 6th place. Oh, I saw a little wiggle going on with the number 1, all single file. Now there's a little bit of gap in between each of these drivers. Here, just in a couple laps, I think we're going to see drivers come back down pit road. We saw Cal being the first one to do it. Will he be the first one this time by to go into pit road? While Greg is about 0.58 seconds away, he's closing it in even more every single lap. I definitely want to give a big shout out to everybody that tunes in week in and week out. I see we have even grown our channel even more. We have over 884 subscribers here. Thank you so much to be able to help us out here at Redline Racing Network. Wasn't for you guys, we would not be able to have anything to produce out there, so we thank you so much for that. Also, head on over to our Facebook, Redline Racing Network, and give us a like there. We appreciate the 1,300 that we have over there, so thank you so much for tuning in and helping us out. Especially these drivers love to be able to give us a show, watch back, and that's what our goal is to have some fun, give the audience something to do, and help the league out as much as possible. So we definitely appreciate that. Want to give a shout out. We haven't gave one out here to Delta Tire. Head on over to their Facebook or their website. They're a local sponsor here in Burton, Michigan. If you want some new front tires, front end alignments, new brakes, things like that, they can help you out. We appreciate that. Also to Sheath Underwear, use promo code NOLIFT to get 20% off. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, your race leader and second place coming down pit road for the second time here tonight. And Sam Oliver is going to take over the lead. Right behind him, he's got Brett in the 71 and Wesley in the number 7 in third. I believe we have only 2 drivers coming down pit road at this moment. We'll see if Sam will be the next one this time by. So lap 29 out of 70 has been completed. Just 42 laps to go here at Indianapolis. So a little bit about here at season number 2 for the ASRC Living Legends Cup Series. So with here being at Indianapolis, we go next week to North Wilkesboro. On the 14th of March, we're going to be going to the old Texas style track from Texas. On the 21st, we're going to go to Nashville Fairgrounds. That's definitely a fun track to go to. We'll be there for 110 laps. And then on the 28th of March, we're going to be going to Talladega. So we do see a couple drivers coming down pit road. I believe that's going to be the number 7 of Wesley going down pit road. So Sam Oliver has still stayed out at this moment of time. We'll see who else will come down. I believe the 18 Just trying to catch up and see who else came down pit road. That was actually going to be Wesley and Justin that came down pit road. So going back to Talladega on 4-4, we're going to be on our off week, and then we go to Watkins Glen on the 11th for 30 laps. On the 18th of March, we're going to be going to Charlotte Motor Speedway. On the 25th of March, we're going to go to Milwaukee. And last but not least, on May 2nd, we're going to be going to Atlanta Motor Speedway. Here comes a couple more drivers down pit road. Here comes your leader, Sam Oliver. Looks like the 71 of Brett in second. And I believe Tanner, oh no, Tanner hitting the inside wall there, gets it locked up. And he's going to be right now against the wall. We are still green at this moment in time. There it is. Yellow flag is out at this moment of time. And that's going to bring out our first caution here tonight while we can see him heading down pit road. So here's the replay that what just happened. We watched a little bit. Let's go a little bit farther back. Just unfortunately, he locks it up there. We're at the yellow cone. Just barely hits that wall there. Doesn't look like it hurt him too bad, but that's going to bring out our caution. All right, let's go back live. Let's see who's going to be the takers of coming down pit road. James the Carman showing as your leader right now. Braxton in second. Greg Wellen in third. Cal in fourth. And Devin in fifth. So, with you rounding your top five, we'll see who. Well, I want to wait until see if we go any of the leaders up front going down pit road. If not, we'll get some more interviews in. We definitely appreciate that. We got 21 viewers out there. We definitely appreciate y'all tuning in here on lap 31. You're just watching the first caution of the night here in these 87s and Indianapolis. So here's the true estimate. Who's all going to come down? James the Carman right now is going to stay out. Braxton going to lead the field down into pit roads. Greg also follows. Cal, Devin, Sam. Looks like they all come down. I don't think actually. I was trying to see the yellow car which was the number 2. He's going to stay out, try to get himself back on the lead lap. So kind of a change of events out here tonight, with a couple drivers coming down and a couple of drivers staying out. But right now, Sam Oliver still staying out there tonight. So let's see if we can pull him out here down here tonight. Hey, Sam, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, man.
All right, I see you right now holding on to second place here under caution. Well, bud, what does it take? How's the car feeling? What does it take to stay up here and lead most of these laps and take one home?
Take some bad luck to happen to Kale and Greg. They're pretty fast out there, but I'm having fun. I don't know how this is going to shake up the strategy for everybody, but see what happens.
Well, that's my other question real quick, was the strategy-wise. You know, I know you definitely, everybody had to pit 2 times, I believe, under green flag strategies, and they not get tires. With doing this, do you think you're going to have to pit at least 1 or 2 more times?
Was planning on 2 more times, but we'll see with fuel and everything and these caution laps how that shakes out.
All right, well, I wish you luck here, bud. Let's see what's going to happen, and let's see if you can keep those drivers right behind you.
Sounds good, guys.
Thank you. All right, that's Sam Oliver there. You can see James the Carman now coming down pit road. Want to get one of those laps led. So Sam Oliver going to be your leader. Looks like Brett's going to be in second. Wesley in third. Looks like Greg in fourth here tonight. Let's see if we can talk to a couple other drivers out here tonight. Looks like Braxton I was going to pull him down here tonight. Looks like he's coming back down pit road. Once he gets situated, maybe we can pull him back up here. Oh, let's see. Pace car lights are off, though. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing this time by. Don't forget, these restarts are single file lap traffic on the inside line, but I believe everybody's on the lead lap here tonight, so we're going to be all single file. You know, that's what I love. These 87 Cup cars going by the old style rules and the old style points. It's not like we see with the new next gen cars or actually watching NASCAR. You know, we got stages and all that. We don't have that here. We have the old rules. Basically, boys have at it type of deal, and that's what we like to see. Good old racing like we used to watch back in the day. So, with that being said, want to give a couple other shout-outs out there. You know, we gave Delta and Sheath and Barbecue Beef Sauce. We appreciate them all coming on board, but all the leagues, they all have these sponsors that support them. We appreciate all the sponsors for each league that we ever do coming on board. We definitely want to give them some love, so thank you so much for all the league sponsors that come and watch these races. 14 right now. Let's see, we're getting ready to come out of the corner here. The pace car is going to take that hard left into pit road for the second time here tonight. Let's go back and tighten up those belts one more time. 14 is going to lead the field. Here we go. A little bit of drivers in the back kind of holding back. It looks like we're going to make the pass on the left-hand side. Green flag is back out here tonight. Lap 34 has been completed. Side-by-side action going on for third and fourth. Sam Oliver has definitely got the perfect start there. Brett holding on to second. Only a 0.2 second gap. But while we're watching the battles, Greg and Cal battling it out. My question is, can Cal be able to get around Greg, or can Greg hold that position to keep Cal behind him? Them two have been back, and we've seen them two battling for a quick moment, but Cal dominating most of the race here. Is it time to see Greg shine? Looks like Cal was able to get around him, and now he is focused to get around three more drivers in front of him. Can he get around Wesley, Brett, and Sam here, or will them drivers make it a little bit challenging? Right now, Wesley in the number 7, holding on to third, looking at his last lap of 58.300, where Brett in front of him is a 58.287 at this moment of time. This is very close battling going on right now. Still single file, but not really falling apart with the gap as much. Only a 0.2 second from Brett to Sam. It's only a 0.195 away from Brett to Wesley, and there's only 1.24 from Wesley to Cal. We've seen it going over a second gap or 2 second gaps before, and right now we're staying very close. If you're new to watching the stream, I see 26 of you out there. Definitely appreciate tuning in. Don't forget to give us a like and a follow here on Red Line Racing Network. Definitely would appreciate it. Watching this beautiful battle going on through the field here. Still staying single file, but we got somebody making a move on the inside. Beautiful pass down the front stretch. Looks like right now, closing it in, I'm watching Cal's lap times to 57.400. Definitely faster right now than the top three. Now the question is, how much is he going to use of those tires to get around these drivers? We've seen Greg, silent but deadly, we like to say. He just waits to make that pounce until a little bit later. Right now, Greg is probably just in that saving mode. Doesn't want to use those tires as fast as some of these drivers up front. Like right now, Cal's just working his way closer and closer and pushing it a little bit harder. That's definitely going to affect him, I would think, later on, but that's just my opinion. Here they are coming out of turn number 4 down the front stretch here, bringing it to 34 laps to go at this line. 11 drivers still out there on the track at this moment of time. And Cal right now you can see, we're going to see a crossover move. Cal was just able to get around the 7, but the 7 fighting right back on the inside line. And we have a battle for the lead also. All right, ladies and gentlemen, right now Brad is showing as your leader. Will Sam Oliver be able to fight back? And he is there, back nose to tail at this moment of time. For all these positions, look at I believe the 66 of Cal trying to push Sam Oliver right now, getting very close to that back bumper, while we can see Brett battling and holding that bottom line. We also have the 7 and I believe the 98, Justin Thompson, also involved here. Quite a few positions being involved, trying to get around each other here. Now Brett trying to hold on to second, but wasn't able to hold on to it because right now the 66 of Cal is on a mission and makes that pass. Now the 7 of Wesley is now on the outside line trying to make the pass, and he looks like he's going to get that run coming out of the corner. All righty, look at the pass now. I believe the 98's going to try to get it on the outside line of that die-hard machine, and he's going to be able to do it here coming into the corner. Great pass. Back up front, though, Sam Oliver in that 14. He's looking at a 58.6, where it looks like Cal is a 58.3. Cal just a tad a little bit faster than Sam Oliver, but can Sam keep that 66 behind and make him basically work for it? That's the ultimate question. We talked to Sam earlier, and he said basically just bad luck needs to happen to the drivers behind him to be able to have him keep doing what he's doing. But he's actually doing a great job, and it doesn't look like he's really needing the other drivers to have bad luck. He's doing what he has to do, keeping the drivers behind him. He's also in that fresh air. We'll see how long can he hold and keep everybody behind him. So a little bit of single file going on. You can see from 5th place, a little bit farther from 5th, go to 6th place. Greg, he's kind of losing that draft right there. The silent but deadly driver here, 58.3 as his last lap compared to a 58.1 as your leader. Greg's just silently just waiting and being patient. You see now making a move, Wesley, on the inside of that number 66 machine. Was almost able to get him the 66 to the back wheel, but looks like the 66 gets that perfect run on the outside line, and now he's going to take that position back. Now we're going to see Cal to try to make a pass on your leader now. Side by side for the leader. The leader gets on the brake a little bit sooner. Now your new leader here tonight is going to be Cal. He's going to take back the lead here tonight. Right now, Cal has led 22 laps so far. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, looks like right now we got another battle once again. Wesley, the number 7, trying to make a move on Sam Oliver. Wesley now has almost got Sam Oliver cleared coming out of the corner here, out of turn 2, I believe, going into turn 3 now. Or that is turn 2. My mistakes definitely gets me even confused on how these tracks are. You can see right now, basically, only 6 drivers in that front little pack. Tanner in the number 1, holding on. It looks like about 3 seconds back from your leader. So Cal as your leader, not pulling away though. Sam Oliver is still holding on to that about a 0.1 second gap. Justin Thompson holding on to a 1.4 second gap from Sam. Only about 0.2 about 0.2 seconds away from your leader. So we're back single file here. 42 laps out of 70 completed. 29 laps to go here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's find out what's going to happen for the closing part of the race. When will these drivers come back down pit road is the ultimate question. You can see right now your leader's been down pit road 10 laps ago, where in second place Sam Oliver was 11 laps ago. Even then you go back farther, Justin Thompson was 9 laps ago. And then if you go to fourth, Wesley Pistol was down pit road 12 laps ago. So each driver up front has been down pit road on a different lap from each other. So how will that play in effect? Will a lap be a little bit different than from each driver? Crossing the line now, bringing it down to 28 laps to go. Cal still holding on to the lead. Sam Oliver in second, Justin Thompson in third, and Wesley Pistol in fourth, and Brett in fifth. Greg holding on to 6. I'm looking at his last lap of 58.5. Right now, he is the fastest on the track at this moment of time. Has he hit that point of it is time to go and not save? But right now, Sam Oliver is battling it out for the lead here. Almost side by side coming out of the corner. They are almost door to door. Here we go, down to the corner panel. Looks like the 66 is going to get the run and get the 14 cleared. Now will the 14 fight right back? Are we going to see any crossover moves here? Or are we going to see any grinding happen while we see these passes? Now we see Justin pushing that number 14 down the front stretch here, trying to help him out, trying to figure out how to get around that 66 machine. Back on the roof cam here of that 98 that we were watching earlier. We saw Justin push. Let's see if he'll be able to push down this back stretch. You can see him get right onto the back bumper. There's a little bit of a bump. You can see how close they get to the leader, but they have to back off a little bit sooner and not get into each other going into the corner. You see now 98's getting a little bit closer while he gets onto the gas pedal a little bit sooner than that 14 in the corner. Here they are coming out of turn number 4. The run that the 98's going to get with the draft. And now let's see if he can get back to the bumper and push, because the 14's also pushing that 66. Well, with a little bit of contact, 98 gets in the 14, the 14 gets into the 66. That got a little wiggle going on there. That could have definitely been a little bit dicey. Let's go on to the leader here and just look back as the drivers are going to try to catch it back up with the bump drafting. So with that being said, we'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Sauces are made from scratch using quality ingredients to create a truly delicious barbecue taste. Try our original Beast sauce, sweet with a kick. Turn up the heat with Spicy Beast, Hot Beast, and Carolina Beast. Or experience the award-winning taste of our Curry Beast and On the Bay Beast sauces. Owned and operated locally by the power of women veterans, these quality sauces are versatile and made for everyone. Great for grilling and the perfect way to complement your favorite foods. Barbecue Beast, the exceptional barbecue sauce.
All right, back live here watching this battle still going on here. Looking at the lap times at this moment of time, Cal has picked up the pace to 58.8, where second place Sam Oliver's to 59.1, and so is Justin Thompson at basically running identical lap time as Sam Oliver. So from second and third doing what they have to do, trying to close it in. Let's see this time by if they picked up the pace a little bit more to be able to catch your leader. Going back to fourth place, Wesley Pistol holding a great 59.1 second lap time. That time by Greg, a 59.1 also. So right now, the fastest driver on the track, and we see Wesley going down pit road, starting his strategy. Look at the lap times right now. Cal is the fastest on the track. Now you see second and third have closed it in a little bit more, down to a 0.1 second gap. That's just about it. A little bit farther back, though, we're looking at the closest gaps. And that's going to be about, besides second and third, only a 0.2 second gap between Brett and the 71. Yeah, I mean, Brett in the 71 and Craig in the 95. My apologies. Now Cal has pulled away just a little bit, a 0.3 second gap, but when will he come down pit road? There he is, ladies and gentlemen, your leader. Now coming down pit road, so does Greg, and so does Sam Oliver, and they all get in there just as beautiful as they can. Now your leader, the 98 of Justin Thompson. Brett in second place, Tanner in third, and then you see your leader, or your previous leader, Cal, in fourth. And there's the drivers going into their pit boxes and not wanting to make a mistake. So you see Braxton right now up to sixth place now at this moment of time. Back up front, though, Justin. Let's see if he will come down pit road this time or the next time by as your leader here. When will Brett be able to come down pit road? Let's look at their last time they were down. Your leader right now, 15 laps, and Brett was only down pit road 17 laps. And now you can see Brett going down pit road. So Justin still holding on to your lead, and so did Tanner. Tanner also went down pit road just like Brett did. James, the car man, still sitting on the track right now, looking at a 50. Yeah, he was down pit road 15 laps ago, also now being in third place. When it comes down to a strategy game, does James, the car man, have it made, or does it Justin Thompson, with being on a different strategy, be able to be that perfect spot? So we're looking at our leaders earlier. Greg Wellen right now holding on to sixth place. He's only 34.8 seconds away and closing it in. Where Cal, between the difference between Cal and Greg, I believe is actually quite a bit of a distance. I'll have to, once our scoreboard updates a little bit, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Because, yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to play out. Because right now, your leader, Justin Thompson, now coming down pit road. That's going to be putting James, the car man, in the lead once he gets past Justin Thompson when he's in pit road. You can see John in the number 2 holding on to 11th right now. He is currently on the lead lap at this moment of time. In third place, you can see Braxton holding on. Looking at his laps times. I don't think he has come down pit road quite yet. His last lap was over a minute. And that was 17 laps ago that Braxton came down pit road. So the top 3 right now have not come down pit road. Greg Wellen holding on to 4th place is the first one that came down pit road out of the top 3 2 laps ago. Justin Thompson still sitting in 5th place here. Cal in 6th. Right now between 5th and 6th is going to be about a 0.2 second gap. But from Greg to Justin, it's over a 2.5 second gap. So right now, close to almost 3 seconds that Greg and Cal are from each other. I'm not sure exactly what happened. So here's where Greg is. And here's where Cal is. So with 20 laps to go, James the carman right now as your leader. We got Devin McDonald holding on to 2nd place in that 18 machine. We got Braxton holding on to 3rd. Greg Wellen holding on to 4th place. You can see where he is. So once these 3 go down pit road, he'll take back the lead here. He's only 13.8 seconds and closing. Because right now the difference is a 58.9 compared to a 1 minute lap time. So just 20 laps to go. Going to be bringing it to 19 this right now. So James right now doing what he's got to do up front. Let's go on board with him. You can hear he is definitely trying to save. He is getting off and onto that clutch. So the saving game is definitely in for James the Carman. He gets onto that clutch pedal really quickly. That's why we're seeing a minute lap time, but he's got to do what he's got to do to try to make it to the end. And he may be in a good spot. If we're seeing these drivers come down pit road about 15 laps-ish, and he's trying to make it to about where he can go down 15 more laps, he might be in a good, very good spot. James the Carman now coming down pit road. So with that being said, Greg Wellham, that's in second. You can see him coming out of turn number 4 right now. He's going to be taking back the lead here right now at this moment of time. But, you know, I don't want to keep out of the picture Devin McDonald or Braxton, because with them staying out a lot longer than the drivers up front, they might have a good strategy call. Right now, Devin and Braxton are sitting or just left pit road, so basically 0 laps ago that they came down pit road. Where your leader right now has been down pit road 5 laps ago. We've seen drivers coming in around 15 laps. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Alrighty, right now Justin is 2.0 seconds back. Cal is about 2.6 seconds back from your leader. So Cal is definitely close in just a little bit from your leader at the from earlier, but still only about a 2.7 second gap is definitely a little bit to gain. And Cal has got a little bit of company trying to get around second place. Wesley right now in that number 7, holding on to 4th. Tanner in that number 1, holding on to 5th here tonight. So right now the battle, you can see the 1 and the 7 very close now. Here comes the 1 on the inside of the number 7, trying to make the pass here. Can he do it going into the corner? I believe that's going to be turn number 3, and he does. You can see the different braking points the 7 and the 1 do. Then 1 makes that pass going into the corner, gets in a little bit faster than the 7 did. Also, the 71 of Brett watched all that happen right in front of him. Going back up to Cal. Cal right now about a 0.5 seconds away from Tanner, and about a point, actually no, I lied. That's about a 0.4 seconds away from Cal, and Cal is about 0.6 seconds away from Justin. Justin now down to a 1.7 second gap from first. Let's see if Greg will be able to keep that distance, or will Justin be able to close it in, looking at the difference between first and second place, as when they went down pit road, Greg was down pit road 7 laps ago, where Justin's been down pit road 5 laps ago. Right now, the biggest mover of the night, though, is going to be in second place. Justin Thompson has gained 7 positions here on this from the beginning of the race. So biggest mover of the night. The most laps led, though, is going to be going to that number 66 of Cal Spicer. He has led about 29 of them. And we got a couple drivers. Oh, Greg locks it up. You see the smoke just flying. Hopefully he did not get a speeding penalty going into pit road there, but your leader has taken it in. We have 15 laps to go, and man, I think Greg is going to be making it very close to the end here. Definitely, like he said at the beginning, in practice, it's going to be a strategy game. Now Tanner takes over the lead in that number 1 machine. Wesley in second, and Brett in third. Don't count out those drivers back in 7th, 8th, and 9th place, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, we actually just have it change a little bit. That's going to be now from 5th, 6th, and 7th place that things will be changing. So Brett now holding on to second, Wesley in third while the strategy is going on here. And now we have 71 of Brett going down pit road. Your leader Tanner is still staying out. He's been out there for 8 laps on those tires. So he's got a little bit of ways to go. Can he go how far until he runs out? Wesley in the number 7 holding on to second. Sam Oliver in third. We got Brett holding on to fourth. James in fifth, rounding your top 5. So looking at these drivers that have not come down pit road, the one's been out there the longest is going to be Wesley in the number 7, been out there for 10 laps at this moment of time. James the carman has only been out there for 4 laps. Justin Thompson, the 98, has come down pit road about a lap ago. Braxton and Devin been out on those on those tires about 5 laps. I'm very, very curious of how this is going to play out on the strategy call. Your leader right now crossing the line, bringing it to 13 laps to go here tonight at Indianapolis for the ASRC Living Legends Cup Series. Right now, Wesley Pistol holding on to second place, about a 1.9 second gap from first to second, about 5.2 second gap from first to third. Sam Oliver is only 3.1 seconds away from James the Carman in fourth. James the Carman is about an 18.4 second gap from fourth to fifth place. So right now, Devin just crossing the line. They're going into turn number 1. James the Carman, I believe, coming into turn number 3, if I'm not mistaken. So we got a little bit to go still with some of these drivers at the moment of when they're going to come down pit road. Still 13 laps to go. Going to be bringing in 12 laps to go here tonight. A little bit of a weather update out there. The track temperature 116 degrees, where the air temperature is only 78 with that 2-mile-per-hour north wind. So it definitely has not changed too much on the temperature-wise. I seen the clouds come out a little bit more right now. It's a little bit cloudy here at Indianapolis, but the fans are still on their feet, all excited because we only have 12 laps to go. Wesley, let's go back to him right now. With 12 laps, he's 3.2 seconds back. Wesley started in 7th. He was down to 11th and holding on to second place, having a great night. Sam Oliver started in 5th. Lowest was 10th and currently in 3rd. James the Carman, for some reason, is not giving us any information on him. But as your leader, go back up to your leader. Your leader started in 10th, the lowest was 10th, and he's currently as your leader at the moment. Let's go back to 5th place, Devin. Devin started in 6th. The lowest he's been into was 10th and currently in 5th. Craig Wellen, the lowest he was in was 10th, started in 2nd, currently in 6th. Justin Thompson started in 9th, lowest was 11th, is currently in 7th place. Go to Brett. Brett started in 11th and currently in 8th. Cal, right now, started on the pole and currently in 9th place at this moment of time. Go to Braxton. Braxton started in 3rd, currently in 10th place. So that's what we're looking at some of these. John, let's go to John right now in 11th place. Having a great run here so far, just trying to hold on to this track, especially how tricky it can be. But John definitely doing a great job here tonight. Alrighty, back up front though, Tanner still holding on to your lead with a 4-second gap at this moment of time. Wesley in 2nd, Sam in 3rd, James the Carman in 4th, and Devin McDonald in 5th. We really haven't had many positions change at this moment of time. We still have Tanner only been out there for 10 laps, so we should see him in 4 to 5 laps come down pit road with 10 laps to go. Alrighty, so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, give some shout outs out here tonight. Delta Tire, head on over to their website, order you some new tires, front end alignments, brake pads, things like that. They can help you out. We appreciate them being a local sponsor here in Michigan, so thank you so much. Also to Sheath Underwear, use promo code NOLIFT to get 20% off. We appreciate them. Also coming on board, Barbecue Bee Sauce. Head on over their Facebook and order you some. Definitely, I will say you will not regret it. We definitely appreciate them coming on board. They have multiple different flavors. If you want spicy, you want some original, look them up on Facebook or website and order you some. My opinion, I think it's better than Sweet Baby Ray's, but that is just my opinion out there. So we appreciate them coming on board. Also, I haven't pulled it up here, but not that one. My apologies. Just Jake's Hot Sauce. I forgot to mention them earlier. It's also a Michigan local business here. We appreciate them coming on board. If you want some phenomenal hot sauce, look them up on Facebook or website and order you some. We appreciate them coming on board. All right, with 8 laps to go, we appreciate everybody tuning in here. Hope everybody's doing fantastic. I see 31 of you out there tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's see how this end is going to be, because, man, oh man, we're in for a treat. I think it's not going to be over because of strategies. Strategies, I think, is going to be the key. Because right now, your leader, Tanner, has been out there for 14 laps, and we've seen drivers coming in about 14 to 15 laps. We'll see if he can do it. Because right now, also, Sam Oliver, in second place, he's been out there for 15 laps. He might be coming in. All right, I was right. Here comes your leader, ladies and gentlemen. Tanner is now taking pit road. Sam Oliver, he should be coming down pit road, and he is. Now that's going to bring in second place. Let's see what James the Carman's going to do. All right, so you can see him trying to close it in to the front stretch here. Here comes James the Carman. He's going to stay out, so he's going to try to take over the lead. James came down pit road about 10 laps ago, so he still has at least 5 laps. Can he make it to the end? That is the ultimate question. Ooh, a little bit of losing connection there. That dang McDonald's Wi-Fi, like we always say. We always say, though, maybe we could go to Burger King. Burger King Wi-Fi maybe help a little bit. That's always been an inside joke there, but that dang McDonald's Wi-Fi now back up and running, though. James the Carman has got a gap of a 4.1 second gap from Greg Wellen in second place. So that's from first to second. Greg's got a distance of a 3-second gap from second to third at the moment. But Greg is closing it in 3.8 second gap. Last lap Greg did was a 58.5. Unfortunately, right now with James blinking, he was a only 4-second gap. But we know that blinkage can interrupt that. So James coming across the line there. Now, still holding on to your lead of a 3.8. He's definitely saving. You can hear him getting onto the clutch just a little bit. Here he is, been out there for 12 laps, where Greg has only been out there for 9. My. I'm watching with 12 laps that James has been out there, and we only have 6 laps to go. Can he make it? That is going to be basically making it to 18 laps. Does he have enough to save, but also has to be keeping an eye on the gap? The gap is going to be the biggest thing because Greg is closing it in. Now down to a 3.2 second gap. My curiosity, though, is the 66 of Cal, the one that has been dominating all night tonight as your pole. Has basically led 29 laps here, holding on to 5th. I wonder if something happened in pit road that could have hurt him. That's just kind of my curiosity. With 5 laps to go here tonight. If you haven't done so, give us a like and a follow on our YouTube channel. We definitely would appreciate it. We would love to see everybody tuning in week in and week out and giving the leagues and these drivers the support they definitely deserve. You know, we've only had one caution here tonight in these 87 Cup cars, and it is just phenomenal. These drivers definitely have the talent, and just the way they can handle these cars and drive it is incredible. The 79, I've seen him grinding the wall just a little bit there, but still holding on to it. He's going to still stay out here tonight. And looking at the gap, down to a 2.2 second gap. And that is the comparison. You can see Greg on the far right of your screen there. I'll show you. Here's Greg. You see your leader just going into turn number 1. Let's go on to our roof cam of Greg here. You can see the yellow car. That's going to be John in 11th place. And then you got your leader. And we have a change of events, ladies and gentlemen. Caution is out here tonight. Uh-oh, this is going to change everything. What just happened? We see right now Tanner in the number 1 on the road course part. Let's find out what just happened. All right, here's the replay, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight. Oh, and just a little bit of contact. Ruh-roh Raggy. Let's go a little bit farther back and just go onto the roof cam of the 66. Go a little bit farther back. We're just going to rewind this because I'm curious if something happened or if it just got in a little hot. Huh. So that is our caution there. This is going to be our second caution here tonight. Looks like the 66 of Cal a little bit of damage, and so did the number 1. So we'll go back live here and see what's going to happen up front. Right now you can see James the Carman right now holding on to your lead. Greg Wellen in second, Brett in third, Cal in fourth, and Justin in fifth, rounding your top 5. We'll find out here, ladies and gentlemen, who's all going to come down pit road. James the Carman was looking. He's going to stay out, though, with 3 laps to go here tonight. All right, well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have a chance to talk with. Let's talk to this number 79 machine and see what he's thinking. Hey, James the Carman, you got this brain in the booth. You got a copy?
Sure do.
All righty, bud. Well, man, look at you right now. It was an interesting race, and you were able to stay up front. You know, tell me about that strategy call.
Well, I accidentally started from the pits, and I was like, well, I guess the only thing I can do is try to save gas. And then when the caution came out at 31 laps, I was like, oh, boy. If I go in now, that means saving – that means going 19 laps twice, which was pretty daunting. But then I was like, well, if I pit one more lap with 1 to go, then it's a 19 and an 18, which was doable. So, yeah, I was going to – it's 0.2 to 0.0 laps left.
Dang. And I just want to make sure that there's no green and white checkers. You took this, right? Or we still got a green and white checkered?
There's no green white checker.
So you're the race winner here tonight.
Woohoo!
I just want to make sure because I don't think we're going to be going back green flag with 1 lap to go, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're not asked to.
I just want to make sure, you know, we'll keep an eye on this, but you know, with how the strategies came out though, it was awesome to see. Let's see, Chris out there in the chat. It says 1987 rules 4 laps and under, the race ends under caution. Okay, there's our information, James.
All right.
So, we're actually just do our post-race show, I guess, right now. But with the strategy call, I was watching that earlier when we were doing green flags. You kind of stayed out as long as possible. You held that clutch in. We were listening to you to try to save. And overall, you did the right call. And, man, able to do that was very impressive.
Thanks. I had to do a backwards Ricky Bobby across the finish line.
Well, I think you better catch up. I think you still got one lap to go, bud.
Oh, no.
But we'll pull you up here in just a little bit again for the post-race show, and we'll talk a little bit more into detail. But I'll let you get back caught back up there and get situated.
Thanks. Hopefully I don't spin again.
Right.
Not on purpose this time.
No, we'll get you situated. We'll do our post-race show here in just a little bit. We'll go with some more into details here. All right, that's James the Carman catching back up here, trying to have a little bit of fun a little too early here. I appreciate the information out there, Chris. I kind of forgot if it was green whites or not, but thank you so much for that information. I just had a brain fart on that. But what a night. Our top three, James, Greg, and Brett. Cal in fourth, Justin in fifth, Devin in sixth. We got Wesley in seventh, Braxton in eighth, Sam in ninth, and John in 10th, and Tanner in 11th here tonight. Also, thank you so much, Chris, for the great broadcast tonight. Thank you so much. And also, Doug, thank you so much for that. All right, our post-race show here in just a little bit. While we'll watch everybody, we'll just do a short commercial break, and then we'll do our post-race show.
Are you tired of paying too much for tires and auto repair?
Come to my family at Dr. Tire.
We carry nearly all brands of tires,
including Michelin, Continental, Bridgestone, and Mastercraft.
And we have one of the largest inventories in Genesee County.
Basic quote, we will beat it.
We offer many services including lifts, wheels, engines, brakes, and more.
Plus, on most of our jobs, we offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty.
Come see our family at Delta Tire,
where we'll save you money.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, watching them burn it out here tonight. Definitely well deserves it. Let's do our post-race show. Let's talk to Brett. Let's also talk to Greg. And let's talk to James the Carman. We talked to him just a little bit, but why not talk to him again and see, let him do his shout outs here tonight. So we're going to pause it out here, and then we'll finish up his burnouts here and see how he's feeling. So here's our third place finisher. Let's see how Brett is feeling here tonight. Hey, Brett, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got a copy. You got me?
I got you, bud. Look at you, able to bring home a P3. Got yourself in a great spot, and the strategy calls of when to come down pit road and when not to hit the mark here. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I tell you what, Brandon, we are worn out. That 70 laps, it took it out of me. But, man, we had a great car starting from dead last here tonight to end up with a podium with the strategy tonight. Hats off to the crew.
Definitely, and only 2 caution here tonight for, especially Indianapolis. I've seen races before where it can be scary. It's the passing's challenging, especially these corners, and you guys were able to do it in these 87, especially how challenging they can be. Overall, man, a great group, great drivers, and gave us a great show to be able to do what they did tonight.
Yeah, that's for sure, Brandon. I can't tip my hat enough to the guys that come out here and put on a show for all of us to enjoy Thursday nights, because even though, we might be a smidge light on the car count, man, the racing is second to none. You can race inches off each other in the 87s, not make contact most of the time. I mean, here tonight, you had to really work that draft as well as the cars around you. Man, it was tough, but when you got around someone, it was very rewarding.
It definitely looked rewarding. And, man, I just want to point out there was quite a few times that we would go back and watch you guys' battle. It was you, I believe, was Wesley was being involved, Justin was involved. You guys were racing side by side quite a few laps, and just still, like usually everybody would get single file. Nope, you guys in the back. Nope, we're gonna stay single, or I mean side by side action, and that was very impressive to watch, and it was cool to see you guys able to stay there and do it for quite a few laps.
Yeah, it was definitely really awesome to be a part of, especially that first pack and that first run with everyone trying to figure out their strategy or whatnot for their game plans for the race. I knew I wanted to save a little at first and really turn it up after the first pit stop, and that's what we did. But yeah, it was awesome racing, awesome to see the race come to us tonight, and finally back on the podium in these 87s. It feels good.
Definitely. Well, bud, who do you want to give a shout out here once again that made this number 71 possible?
Yeah, for sure. Got a new sponsor on the cars. Got to thank old Sears here. Some killer appliances, of course. Got to thank you, Brandon, with Redline Racing Network. Awesome job. Can't wait to go rewatch this back. All the admins here at ASRC and ASRC in general, if you want to check out, have a great place to race. Be sure to check us out on Facebook or our website, AmericanSimRacingClub.com. And then, of course, all the Brett the Jet fans that tune on in and cheer on the 71. I know Grandma Grammy's probably watching. Might have my dad and then the girlfriend Jessie. So once again, can't thank everyone enough, and we're excited to go to North Wilkesboro next week, the home of the 87s.
Heck yeah. Well, Brett, I hope you have a great rest of the night. Stay safe out there. Congratulations on a P3, and we'll see you next week.
All righty. Thank you very much. See you next week. Hopefully we'll be talking to you again.
Most definitely. Thank you. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, that is your P3 race there. Let's go to our second place, though, and see how Mr. Greg is feeling here. Hey, Greg, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, I do. How you doing, Brandon?
I'm doing pretty good. I bet you're doing a lot better, able to bring home a P2 tonight. How is that feeling?
Finished right where I started. Indy's one of those tracks where even though this is a sim, you really want to win it. So I'm a little hurt, but James is a good guy and he deserves it. So I'm happy for him.
It definitely, you're definitely right. We talked to you in the beginning, and you said it's going to be a strategy game. It's going to be who's got the best thing, and that's what it turned out to be. And man, I want to talk about the battle between you and your partner there. Cal, you and two were just back and forth of trying to catch him and everything like that. Were you kind of nervous knowing that, he's led most of the laps tonight, that you're going to try to figure out how to get around him?
Yeah, at the start I definitely was. Heads up, he's faster here. This place is like Darlington to me. I love the track, but not as fast as I'd like to be. So Raw Speedy had me, but we share strategy since we're on a team together. And he came up with a brilliant one of pitting every 14 laps and just driving harder instead of trying to save and, possibly saving too much and being too slow.
I got you. Yeah, I just, Indianapolis and Darlington has never been my strong suit, and I don't.
Raw Speedy had me, but we share strategy since we're on a team together. And he came up with a brilliant one of pitting every 14 laps and just driving harder instead of trying to save and, possibly saving too much and being too slow.
I got you. Yeah, I just, Indianapolis. Oops, sorry, Greg. Some reason my volume decided to freak out there. I don't know. It's playing something in the background. My apologies. But anyways, Greg, I apologize on that. But congratulations on that. Anybody want to give a shout out here tonight that made this thing possible?
Yeah, definitely. My family's watching, so Marcia and Nate, they're both watching for sure. And then got to give a shout out to my teammate, Kale. I wouldn't have been in a position to win if it wasn't for him. So we share a lot of information back and forth, put our egos aside. So definitely got to give my teammate a shout out.
Most definitely. Like I said, again, I didn't mean to interrupt your thing there. For some reason, my computer freaked out. But congrats. I hope you have a great rest of the night, bud. Stay safe out there. Let's see if you can bring back a P1 next week. You got a P2 this week. Let's see if you can do a P1 next week.
Keep climbing the ladder.
Definitely. All right, Greg. Have a great rest of the night. Stay safe out there. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you. All right, that is Greg well in there. I do apologize. I don't know. My system decided to freak out and was playing the broadcast for some reason. I don't know why. But now it's time to talk to our race winner once again here. I know we talked a little bit about him earlier, but here we are, James. We're back at you once again, and what a night. Congratulations on this win, though. I don't think I said that earlier.
Thank you. Yeah, I might have been in the middle of prematurely spinning out at the brakes.
You know, at least I had your back on that one. Said, "Hey, bud, you might want to go back up there."
Whew. Thanks.
Oh, but you know, able to do the strategy like you did, you know, it definitely paid off. You know, I was looking back, and you know, I know Braxton was also involved. I believe uh, Devin was also kind of in the same strategy that you were doing there, and I was very curious, but I was kind of nervous if it was going to work. You know, just knowing when everybody else was pitting, and you made it work. You know, you saved enough fuel. But my question with the save and fuel though is you're about everybody else was running about a 57, 58 second lap time with those fresh, but you're running about a minute. Did that make you nervous knowing that yeah, I'm while I'm saving the fuel, I had to slow down my times?
Not really. I was watching Greg in my not the rear view, but the splits, and I was doing the calculations every like 2 laps. I was like, okay, is he catching on me enough to be able to pass me? And I was doing like 59 ones. Was kind of like trying the pace I was trying to hit, while also making sure I was going to save the fuel.
Okay, yeah, it was fun to watch, and you know, I'm just happy I'm not a crew chief. I'm happy I'm not a driver. I'm happy I'm just stay up here in the booth and watch it happen because I would not made that right call and I would somehow have been in last place. So you made it work and congrats on that because I give you kudos. There's no way I could make that work.
Thanks. I was joking that my crew chief is the paperclip from Excel, and then I joked I was like, actually, I use Google Sheets. Let's be honest, but I've got every track in a spreadsheet.
That's awesome. Well, bud, who do you want to give a shout out to that made this thing possible?
Oh, let's see. Davey Allison for making me a race fan. Rest in peace. My girlfriend for letting me race, and she goes and does her own thing. And yeah, everybody watching. I know I've got some fans out there that tune in sometimes. I forgot to post the link today, but I was also very late. I was at a neighbor's. Shout out to Brad and Emily and Henry. Is that a trivia thing for a high school thing? Their kids are in. It's pretty cool. But yeah, Dad for getting me racing as well.
Most definitely. Well, bud, congrats. I hope you have a great rest of the night. You stay safe out there, and we'll see you next week. Let's see if you could do a back-to-back win, and see if you could do it next week.
Thanks. Do you know where next week is?
Next week, we are going to be at North Wilkes-Barre.
Oh, dang. I'm not going to be there. It's not going to happen. We have this little thing called South by Southwest in Austin. I'm a judge for it, so I get a free platinum pass. I'll be doing it up all week.
Well, that's better than going to North Wilkes-Barre. You can't beat that. So that's all right. You know, we got to do personal life before having some fun and racing, right?
Yeah, sometimes you got to make some sacrifices. Free drinks, free food, good music. Yeah.
You definitely can't beat that. Well, bud, I hope you have a great night. Have fun next week, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Thanks a lot, and thanks for broadcasting and showing us in the back what we're up to, even though we're not leading.
Most definitely. Have a good night, bud.
Thanks, you too.
All right, James, the car man there. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope everybody enjoyed the show. Thank you so much for tuning in here. Sorry for the interesting issues I was having here tonight. I hope everybody stays safe out there. Have a great rest of the night, and we'll see everybody next week at North Wilkes-Barre for some fun. I want to say it's 100 laps that we're going to be doing here in the 87 Cup cars. Other than that, stay safe, and don't forget we'll be back live on Sunday for the Twisted Chassis iRacing Series, and we'll be seeing some crazy racing with that. So other than that, everybody have a great rest of the night.
Are you tired of paying too much for tires and auto repair?
Come to my family at Delta Tire.
We carry nearly all brands of tires,
including Michelin, Continental, Bridgestone, and Mastercraft.
And we have one of the largest inventories in Genesee County.
Raise a quote, we will beat it.
We offer many services including lifts, wheels, engines, brakes, and more.
Plus, on most of our jobs, we offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty.
Come see our family at Delta Tire,
where we'll save